When is the last time you went a waking hour without any screen time? If you're like me, it's probably been a while. While it's undoubtedly convenient to navigate the best route to work every day, our phones have become a bit of a burden.
We're all probably aware of the importance of unplugging from time to time, but how do you actually do it? How do you disconnect from your phone? In this video, we're going to be walking you through 5 small steps to unplug every day.
What are some ways that you prioritize unplugging from tech in your day-to-day? Let us know in the comments. Hi Contessas, I'm Kayleen Cajeas, the content director here at Career Contessa, the only career site built for women.
And I'm Elise Villa, the content marketing coordinator here at Career Contessa. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. We drop videos weekly.
So let's get into it. Our 5 tips for unplugging every day. Tip number 1, utilize screen limits on your phone. The screen limits I started using when the iPhone did the weekly usage. They updated. Yeah, and I saw one week I had spent something like 7 hours on Instagram alone. At least on the iPhone, I believe on Androids too, you can set limits for overall usage, but then you can also go app by app. So I obviously have an Instagram limit now. It's 45 minutes a day.
That's pretty good. I think also being realistic about the limits you set. Don't immediately think and now I'm gonna do it for a minute and forget about it.
Yeah.
Instagram is part of my job responsibilities, and so the idea of me being 10 minutes and then I'm done is just not gonna happen.
It's I'm done with work for the day. I can only spend 10 minutes
exactly.
on Instagram. Sorry, I gotta go home. You can also set limits for screen time, basically where your phone will go on the nighttime mode where it'll actually turn yellow, or it'll blank out all the apps. So mine, I think, turns off. Basically, it turns off at 10:30. All of these things you can override, but sometimes it's just nice to have when they're grayed out, it's just a nice reminder that maybe it's time to go to sleep.
Tip number 2, make a noise when you pick up your phone.
So this tip I sort of made up on the fly to respond well to publicly shaming myself.
Yeah, sure.
So the idea behind this one is, you know how they have those not bracelets, sometimes people will put a rubber band on if they have a negative thought, and they'll kind of slap themselves, which I don't know if it's the greatest approach.
It's
but
a physical negative impact, right?
So the idea here was to make some sort of noise every time I picked up my phone on that particular day, and maybe all the time. Can't say I've been doing it, but the idea was saying something loud enough for you to hear, so I could disrupt your workday too.
It's been a blast.
So something like picking it up, saying okay, or I don't know, something like that.
Oh, I like that one. Make sure you're adding a little bit of intention even when you're doing something mindless. So I will pick up my phone mindlessly, but the second I give it a little bit of oomph or a little bit of public shaming, it definitely gives me more incentive to think before I pick it up.
Yeah. Tip number 3, erase apps that you don't need on your phone.
See if you can find new ways to access information that isn't devoted to you being in your phone. I have a problem with scrolling food blogs. It's pretty awful. And so it's been a huge help just kind of erasing it and know that it's sitting on a desktop, and again, just being more intentional, sitting down at a computer to do it if I need to do it.
If you need to scroll.
If I absolutely have to.
See the food pictures bigger. I don't know, ones I find myself constantly deleting are hotel apps that I'll download for the trip, but it's I don't need this all the time, or airline apps. And then when you go to close them, do you ever go through and you're closing for 40 tabs? And that's,
oh God, no, it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. So delete your apps that you don't need.
Tip number 4, leave your phone alone at lunch.
So most people eat lunch, and I think it's a pretty a good opportunity where your hands are doing something else. So just drop your phone, eat your food, enjoy your food.
Yeah.
Don't be also doing this, smudging up your phone at the same moment. I feel it's a good way for maybe anyone to start just recognizing their phone habits.
Mm-hmm. It's also some of the only times I get out of the office. I go outside when I'm grabbing lunch,
Yeah.
And the amount of times that I find myself on my phone outside when the sun is shining, it feels a little embarrassing. And so just like leaving it at your desk, taking some time for yourself to just walk out and allow yourself to disconnect that way.
Plug her in. Turn her off, maybe.
Yeah. Whoa.
I know. It's the last time you turned off your phone.
Oh God, I can't. Same with bedtime, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
it's been helping me. Just like I leave my phone on the other side of the room. I know it's there. She'll be there in the morning. Allowing yourself to break away a little bit.
She always is.
She is ever vigilant.
Tip number 5, check in with your mental health.
It's funny though how often you're looking at screens all day and you go home and to unwind, you're looking at your screen again. It's mindless and you don't realize how long you're spending on it. When in reality, your body probably needs some things that you're ignoring. Like, well, when did you have water? Like, right.
I think I usually recognize that things are bad when my like thumb starts to hurt, like this area.
Oh no.
I mean, I guess that's not mental, that's physical. But that's when I think I have the stopping point to go like, what am I doing? Like, where am I? Like, how deep am I? How many times do I have to scroll back? And I also find myself doing it when I'm kind of like maybe in a funkier mood or not feeling well. And that's usually when I look at the fitness accounts.
Really? Oh,
Those are
no.
dark. Those can be dark. Yeah, I think it's always just like checking in with how you're feeling and what you're seeking out, and just putting it down in those moments that it's not making you feel better and it's probably making you feel worse. And there's so many other things to do.
And it's amazing how often I'm doing it just so I'm not sitting in quiet alone. It's incredible, like how often like just being alone and quiet freaks me out a little bit, whereas opposed to being alone and then just feels pretty nice.
Yeah, bake a cake.
Yeah. Send it to Contessa.
Do some wood burning, right? You've been into wood burning?
I went down a hole and now I'm burning wood. Honestly, it's been nice though because it's, again, sort of mindless and like it requires your focus.
So next time you're about to scroll Instagram, just go to Michael's instead and pick up a new grafting habit.
In all seriousness, check in with yourself.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're doing things that you really enjoy in your downtime versus things that just kind of take up time.
And we're definitely more like joking about the Michael's thing, but it's just finding alternatives. That it's getting outside, it's going for a walk, it's leaving your phone on the side, and recognizing that everything on social media is pretty much a highlight reel. No one's posting too much, like nobody's posting themselves like in fetal position in their beds feeling crappy.
Yeah.
So take care of yourself.
So those are just 5 small ways to unplug from technology every day. Unplugging from technology is a great way to decompress. We created a free downloadable burnout quiz that will help you determine whether you're burnt out and just how big that problem is. That's linked in the description below.
What are some ways that you prioritize unplugging from technology in your day? Let us know in the comments.
Did you find this video helpful? Give us a like. We drop videos weekly.